guys, in this video we're going to be talking about the grand stave. In our previous two videos we looked at the treble clef and bass clef staves. These staves do not exist in isolation but are joined together by an invisible line that runs between them. The note that sits on this line is called middle C. If we follow the principle that notes go up in alphabetical order as we go up from line to space to line to space, we can see that after middle C we get the note D, then the note E, and then the note F. As we know from our rhymes, the first note of our treble clef stave is an E, and the first space on the treble clef stave is an F. Similarly, if we go down from the middle C line to the space below and go backwards in our alphabet, we see that the space just below middle C is B, the line below that is an A, and the space below that is a G. Again, this corresponds to our bass clef rhymes, where the top line of the bass clef stave is an A, and the top space of the bass clef stave is a G. When we write our grand stave, which is a treble clef stave and a bass clef stave written together, joined by a brace, we leave a big gap between the two staves. This makes the music much easier to read. The middle C line is invisible and is only drawn in when we use it. I can write a middle C in the bass clef or the treble clef. When I write a middle C in the treble clef, I draw a small line below the stave. This little line is called the ledger line, and the distance between this line and the bottom of the stave should be the same distance as the spaces between the lines of the stave. I can then draw my middle C note on this line. When I write a middle C in the bass clef, I draw my ledger line above the stave. Again, the distance between this line and the top of the stave should be the same distance as the spaces between the lines of the stave. I can then draw my middle C note on this line. The two middle C's that I have drawn here are the same note but are drawn in slightly different positions depending on their clef. The two other notes you need to learn in order to complete the stave are B and D. B sits on the top of the bass clef stave and D hangs under the treble clef stave. An easy way to remember this is that B is like a butterfly perched on top of the line and D is like a droplet hanging under the line. Now that we know all of the notes on the bass clef and treble clef, as well as the three notes that link the grand stave, we're able to name every single note on the grand stave. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, middle C in the bass clef and the treble clef, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and finally F.